Hello and welcome to another Dreamdrop System video. Today's video is autism related. We are an autistic system, sharing our experiences. Let's just get into it. We were diagnosed with autism too when we were 19 years old. The doctor was very surprised that we weren't diagnosed younger because we're obviously autistic. Even though we were doing our best to mask, but we were very obviously autistic. Others would call this being visibly or loudly autistic. Growing up, we don't think people like teachers and therapists. We went to know about autism being a spectrum. In high school, when we realized we may be autistic. Others like teachers, when we asked about being autistic, did not think that we were autistic. This is because we were not like the other autistic people in our class, who were males that would have meltdowns pretty often, and were actually a lot like them, but we were having shutdowns. Instead of meltdowns that were causing damage to themselves, school property, or other students, or teachers. We damaged ourselves, shut down, and dissociated constantly. And dealt with elopement. We have no idea how we finished high school. Alters remember only snippets. We were on survival mode cause of other classmates we had. It traumatized us being in ATLC class. I remember this because I would front in school. And it was very hard because everything was so loud. We would be in the side quiet room pretty much all day, and it was hard when we left to interact with other kids in our class. They were so loud. We cried a lot in school in the bathroom, Andy. We knew that we were autistic at like age 14. And we didn't get diagnosed till like age 19. We are high-key salty. No one saw the signs earlier and no one tried to help us. We were just weird, or we just needed therapy. We could not mask well, and after we got our diagnosis, we went through multiple autism regressions. We lost pretty much all abilities to mask. So it's been really hard. We're still trying to cope with it. We still deal with imposter syndrome, but yeah, our autism diagnosis time was pretty wild. We don't really remember, but the doctor was super nice. We are still high-key salty. We were not diagnosed earlier, but what can you do? Our mom didn't agree with it originally, until cousin was diagnosed autistic, and they needed her help to see the signs. And they were like, "This is the signs of autism," and then she was like, "Well, I see these signs in you," and we were like, "Yeah, ... So, yes, we were late diagnosed even though we were. And still are visibly autistic. The adults around us didn't see the signs cause we are AFAB and could somewhat mask at that time. We stim constantly. We have rigid thinking. We struggle with change. We communicate non-verbal at times. We use AACETTS. We use echolalia. We have special interests and obsessive thinking. We have shutdowns and meltdowns. We get easily overwhelmed by our senses, mostly when things are too loud or too bright. We deal with burnout, regression, alexithymia, and other things. We dealt with all the symptoms our entire life, and even more. But people didn't see the signs. Why? Because we were not a non-verbal 7-year-old boy. Autistics are not just children. There are autistic adults. The child therapy and school system failed us pretty much our entire school life, cause we needed accommodations, which we did get some in high school, but that was cause of our mental health problems, not autism. We heavily related with the autistic males in our TLC class. We even befriended one. They told us you should get screened for autism, or autistic. Internet friends said the same thing. Even in mental hospital, a doctor pulled Shane to the side in another room. He told Shane they might be autistic, but there's places where people who are autistic live with support, that it can get better. He called mom, and mom cried. Shane cried a lot. When went home, Shane did more research on autism and realized was autistic. Shane, our teacher from the TLC and our school, shut down the idea of us having autism. The therapist said she didn't know much about autism, and that we might have mild autism. Turns out we're diagnosed with autism too. We are mid to high support needs. We prefer the support needs and levels. From doctors, they don't see us, and mild or severe, they see us as in the middle. We could make so many videos about what it's like being a system with autism, and we might try to make small, short videos about one topic at a time. Who knows? So yes, this is the end of the video. Hope you liked. We are liking TTS videos cause we communicate better through text, but we're new at this, but we like it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and follow our socials. Have a good day and drink some water. Dreamdrop System out.